Hey Rec Nation, this is Jess Paul of Wrecked Radio coming to you with another more low-key version of Wrecked Radio news so that I can get a lot of other Wrecked Radio news things done. First in news, Lamb of God frontman Reddy Blythe has been released from prison in Prague. He was freed Thursday, August 2nd, and released the statement, "I'm relieved to be out of Pankrak jail. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't exactly fun. I'm relieved to be out of jail, but if it's necessary for me to return to Prague to go to this court thing, I certainly will. I'm no flight risk." In other news, Paul Banks of Interpol will be releasing a solo album on October 22nd called Banks. A track list of 10 songs has been released, including Arise, Awake, Lisbon, and The Bass. You can now download the opening track to the album The Bass for free. In other news, Cassadee Pope of pop-punk band Hey Monday has auditioned for The Voice. Yes, Cassadee released this picture and says on Instagram, "Psst, I auditioned for The Voice. Watch the blinds on September 10th to see how I did." So what do you guys think of this story? So Cassadee Pope, who's already sort of an established artist, will be auditioning for The Voice. I'm not quite sure how that show works. I've never watched a season in its entirety. I know it's about kind of segmenting and working with an artist, but I didn't know that they took such established artist. Maybe she's less established than I thought she was, but I think a lot of us do know Hey Monday, and I just think it's out of place for somebody who has had their name around for a couple years to be on The Voice, but maybe that is what they do on The Voice. I'm not sure. Tell me, guys, what you think. And also, Lady Gaga gets a new tattoo. Why is this exciting? Because it might be alluding to her next album title. Gaga tweeted a pic of her new tattoo on her forearm that reads Art Pop, and she said on Twitter, "Make sure when writing about my new album project Art Pop that you capitalize the title. It's all in the details." Good morning, Twitter. Fans, get excited! But my favorite story in news this week was Courtney Love's response to Lana Del Rey's cover of Heart-Shaped Box. I released a video this week giving a little chat about what I thought of Lana Del Rey's recent cover that she did live at one of her shows. It was a cover of Nirvana's Heart-Shaped Box. But of course, the famous big-mouthed widow of Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain is not going to pass this up without saying anything. Courtney tweeted, "You do know this song is about my vagina, right? Throw down your umbilical noose so I can climb right back. Some of the lyrics about my vagina I contributed." And finally, "So next time you sing about it, think about my vagina, will you? Lol." Exy. I'm sure she will. These are two women that, I'm gonna say I like them both. Courtney Love is very controversial and crazy, but I'm usually very entertained by her, and Lana Del Rey is someone I talked about, and probably over the couple days have decided I'm just going to enjoy her. I like her music. I think she's a little mixed up still, but maybe that's a good thing. You know, a lot of the viewers in the comments said, maybe she doesn't need to be in a box. Maybe her genre is a little bit unidentified, but why is that such a bad thing? Good answer. In video news, you can watch Washed Out's new A Dedication. If you're not familiar with Washed Out, they're kind of like dream rock, very easygoing. You can put them on in the background and pretty much just, relax. And also in the links below, you can see a full Taking Back Sunday Warped Tour set. This was from Milwaukee's leg of the tour, and you can watch as special guests from 4 Years Strong, Every Time I Die, and Thursday join Taking Back Sunday on stage. Official music videos of interest include My Morning Jacket's Out of My System. I didn't pay much attention to this album when it came out, but I love this song a lot, and I feel that if you just listen to the song, you could imagine a really boring live or performance video, but what they did was really did something that pulled on my heartstrings. It was a great animation about kind of a trippy world that the band was living in. While we are on the subject of folk rock, you can listen to Phillip Phillips' Home. Phillip Phillips name was the winner of American Idol this year, and probably one of the first true folk rock winners. The video was basically pretty standard, but Home, I think, is a very, very beautiful song, and if you don't know it yet, and kind of a prejudice towards people coming out of American Idol, I totally understand that, because, it's a big, old, commercialized thing. But I do believe that a lot of real talent comes out of that, and if Phil Phillips would have worked his way up from the bottom, people may feel a lot differently, but all the same, he'd still have the same kind of talent and the same drive and skill, so go check it out. And finally, John Mayer releases his video. This is coming out of early last week for Queen of California. And John Mayer would kind of fit into that folk rock or kind of country or southern rock kind of category this time. His new album, Born and Raised, did come out. It does have a little bit more of a twang to it. And I don't know what to call it, if he is going for more just folk or if he would consider it country. Tell me what you think if you guys were able to listen to Born and Raised. I'd love to hear your opinions. And in streaming, Yellowcard releases the full version of Here I Am Alive. This is from their upcoming album, Southern Air, and it includes a little bit of a feature from Tay Jardine from We Are the In Crowd. And finally, VersaEmerge releases a preview EP of Another Atmosphere. Go down the link, you can listen to No Consequences, Bones, and Domesticated. In tour, you can go to WreckedRadio.net and check out Minus the Bear, all-time low dates, and all the Lollapalooza coverage you could want. But right now, I'd like to introduce a new artist to you called Eddie Gray. He can introduce himself right now, and you can enjoy him.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Eddie Gray. I just wanted to introduce my new song. It's called Only on the Weekend. I also wanted to give a big shout out to everybody over at Wrecked Radio Nation. Thank you for what you guys are doing. Listen to the song, enjoy, and check me out on eddiegraymusic.com. Cheers, bye. To love you, baby. She loves me on the weekends, 'cause her daddy don't approve of me. He don't know nothing about me. She loves me on the weekends, 'cause her mom kinda likes my style. Pretend not to know that she's sneaking on the weekends. Oh yeah, what's that sound?
Hey everyone, I'd like to give a special thanks to everyone who watched me in the interviews where I sat down with Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, Patent Pending, and set it off. I hope you guys loved the little chats I had with them, and I'd also like to thank you guys because I used a lot of your previous questions that I asked for months ago when I was interviewing the Fearless Friends Tour bands. They came in so handy, and I think the bands had a great time and a lot of fun with them. So what I'd like to do is ask you guys again if you do have any other questions that you would like to submit for future interviews. So if you guys would like to contribute your questions, you can put them down below with either your username or any other name you'd like me to address you as. One thing that I would like to suggest is that if you do watch Brian Stars, he does ask a lot of fun questions too. Try not to put any of his questions into the comments down below, because I don't want to seem like I'm stealing from him, because I probably wouldn't know if you guys were taking from his questions, and I don't want to be looked at as kind of like a thief of really good questions. So if you guys can think of any yourselves or have heard any really fun questions from other places, feel free to put it down, and you will be credited every time the question is asked. I hope you guys had a great week. I love you guys. Peace, love, rock and roll.